Okay, we got to talk about a thing. Yes, I'm ready for bed. I sleep like this, but we have to talk about it. There was an article released today by Classical FM called How Good is Billie Eilish's Singing Voice from a Classical Music Perspective? I didn't want to read this article because the title says it all, but and I assumed everyone would be like, yeah, that's a silly thing to do. Friends, I'm seeing way too many people in support of this article. Now, for being realistic here, the article doesn't go in and say Billie Eilish isn't a good singer. They compliment her voice plenty and her skills plenty, but there are these teeny tiny, deep-rooted base ground thoughts that are shared in this article that absolutely suggest that classical music is the foundation and the thing we should compare all vocal styles to. For example, she sings in an expressive way with some vibrato, but she never pushes it beyond her natural voice to belt, which is when a singer carries their chest voice above their break to really force the sound. But have a listen to Bellyache and then Copycat to hear the range of qualities Eilish's voice does have. It's not that of an operatic soprano, perhaps, but it's always controlled. A good way to tell if pop or rock singers who usually use microphones and perform with an amplified band are good, is to strip it all back to just their voice. Eilish understands musical phrasing, approaching it just as you would a line in your concerto solo in classical music. And she uses her voice to emphasize the melody again as we would in classical with our melody instruments. And yes, I see the compliments. I see this sublime stuff down there at the bottom. I see that they're trying to highlight Billie Eilish as an incredible vocalist. But it's followed up with this caveat of, yeah, Billie Eilish is an excellent musician, even though it's not classical. I have so many wonderful classical vocalist and teaching friends who I know do not subscribe to this in any way, shape, or form. They understand that belting isn't just carrying your chest voice above the break to force a sound. They understand that microphones are an extension of our instrument, and that taking it away is like taking away half your instrument. They understand that we don't need our music to be anything like your concerto solo. But clearly, my friends, there are people who still don't get it. So if you are one of my awesome classical voice teaching friends, please help shout this down. This doesn't have to be representative of the way classical teachers teach and classical musicians engage with the world these days. It doesn't have to be. Comment, stitch, share, duet, whatever you need to do. Just help me make sure that articles like this do not get legitimized. You don't deserve for this to represent you.